and a stranger, you most likely need to scroll away here. This reading is not for everyone. Channeling with Morrigan. I already pulled a few cards before I started this video to understand what the vibe is here. And it's around your loneliness. You have been a lone wolf all of your life. And even when you had friendships or groups of people around you, you were not really fitting in. You tried that for a while, but it didn't really work out for you. So if you do have groups of people in your life, you mostly sit at the edge of them. Or maybe you jump from group to group, but not really fitting in anywhere. This is because there is something that you need to reflect on. You feel other people's presence as being very overbearing. You never had the experience of where you could show up authentically in a place and be accepted. Maybe you grew up with not having space for your full expression. And you learned that relationships, community, friendships, walking through society comes at a price. So the shadow work is around that we need to do today. It's about the mask that you had to place on yourself. It's about how you moved and you dimmed your light just to be social, have the experience of socialization. Okay, let's look deeper into this energy. What does the collective need to know here? What bothers you a lot about groups and how they move through the world is the various power dynamics that are happening there. You're really not interested in that. You're really not interested in the hierarchy of it all. What you seek is genuine connection with people. But most people seem to be lost or giving in into some form of competitive power dynamic. And you want to have nothing of that. And you're also tired, like all the drama that happens around having a community, being in community. There's so much drama and selfishness. People really centering themselves when the idea of community is to find some type of path together. And you really crave that all your life. But you pushed through, you tried to fit in, you put the mask, you tried to force the pleasantness, the happy face on. You painted the happy face on. So now every time you do go out and you try to socialize, you try to connect with people, it comes with the cost of you having to wear the mask, and the mask has become a bit too heavy for you to wear. You really feel the need to be seen in your full authenticity and be accepted for that. But the groups you are finding yourself in make you feel very lonely because people don't see you, and they cannot see you as long as you wear the mask. So being seen comes at the cost of the mask that you have built for your own protection. But the mask is keeping you stuck. Let's see how we find our way out of this. Yes. I have the sun in reverse, no loneliness. It has really come to a point where you really resent being around people because it takes so much out of you. And the fact that the mask has become so heavy is on purpose because you are meant to put it down and you have to face that fact. That also means that people around you will start to fall away. But you never really connected with those people anyway. And it's not to the point where you have to doubt yourself or become insecure now that those connections are living your life. It's for you to understand that you are a weirdo, but you are a very lovely weirdo. We need the weirdos. We need the outliers. We need the people that think outside of the box. The social contract has been broken. There is no point in trying to fulfill it. It wasn't that you were lying with the mask that you were wearing. It was that you understood that this is what comes as a cost for you to move for society, to get a job, to get friendships, to be in a relationship. But that is not your legacy. And everything you built from this place is starting to break down, to dissolve. And trying to build from this place will simply not work. You have to recognize your worth. You are the star. You are meant to magnetize people towards you. Maybe even you are in the role of community leader. You have to understand better what does it mean to commune with people in a meaningful and authentic way. And you have that deep understanding within you, and you are meant to teach others how to do that. Any advice, anything here in the end to end the reading? We need to know something else. You do need to understand that as you start to put the mask down and as you start to build the communities that you need in your life to soothe your loneliness here, it's going to lead often to a lot of disappointments. You put your faith in people that are going to not fulfill it. And this is not through fault of your own. It's just that people just don't know what you know. And you have to be patient with that. And since you are the teacher that teaches people, it is your responsibility to understand how to teach people the perspective you hold. And that doesn't happen overnight, so you need to be a little bit more compassionate with yourself. You'll figure it out. It's just something new you're learning. It's just a new path you're starting to walk. You're going to embody it more and more. Believe in your personal power. You're taking the first steps towards that. Towards how to teach people how to be together without becoming overpowering, without the power dynamics, without all the bullshit, really. And people will come and they will fall away, and they will come and they will fall away, and they will come and they will fall away until you find your people. And then that's when the magic happens.